I went with chart. Oh, we're live.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave.
All right, folks. I can only do 10 seconds before I'm hit with some sort of a copyright strike. So it's us. It's us. We got Z with us. We got the precision guided munition himself, the cowboy. And where the hell is Frank?
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me call Frank live. We're going to call Frank Delala live. Here we go.
Oh, dude.
I'm going to call him live.
I'm going to share.
Hey, I have you on speakerphone, and we're live on the air.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Dude, where are you? We're like waiting for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Check the Telegram link.
I was working.
Oh, sorry.
I
Okay.
was saving America from collectors and stuff.
Oh, that's important. That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
I know you were.
It
All
was
right.
important.
All right. We'll see you on, man. I just prayed right
Okay,
step
I'm
Fred.
sorry.
All right.
I wasn't paying attention. I'll be on in a minute.
You got it. Bye. All right. The ever seen is coming, folks. The ever seen is coming. With the ever seen coming, Cowboy Z, welcome. Z, I'll start with you because you are you're like, I don't know what it's like, man. You're like the Phantom Phenom. You come, you go, you hear, you grace us with your presence. Then you leave us. You're like this lover that just teases us and then just leaves us hanging, and we're just looking at our phones like, will he call us? Will he return our text messages? And so people are happy that you're here, Z. So let me start with you, man. What's going on?
Not much, man. Stuff is good, guys. I've been posting a chart now for a while now. We'll talk about BTC later, but there is no surprises of what has been going on right inside of the room. One of the tabs that we do is our positions, right? And most of our positions has been majority in USDT because we've been expecting this to drop. Now, a lot of people, a lot of rookie traders, what they'll do is that they're trying to get into every single coin when all coins are pumping a little bit, right? And they're trying to make every single BTC swing, but they don't realize that if you were to just sit on the sidelines right now, you're still making more gains just by patiently waiting on the sidelines for the right move than you would have been just trading all along, like these quick trades. And I think that is something we'll talk about a little bit more in depth today. But besides that, everything's been going well. No surprises in the market. And I'm actually releasing something pretty cool today. For everybody inside of the Watches Trade Room, I'm going to be sending over a link today. This is my personal collection of literature. I told everybody in the room, actually this weekend, I told everybody in the room, I was working on, I was compiling it and whatnot. So this is my personal like set of literature that I personally use towards my trading. There's a lot of really good books inside there, all starting from like algo trading all the way down to like Elliott Wave, and it's just really in-depth stuff. And I'm going to be giving everybody inside the room that for free. So that's like, I mean, there's a ton of books inside. There's a ton of literature inside there, and it's pretty much priceless knowledge.
Sounds dope.
Yeah, so everybody's gonna get that link inside there. I'll put it inside the Watches Trade Room. And all I ask is, please don't share it around, guys. This is my personal stuff, so I'm just extending that over. And then I think
we only share genital pictures of you.
Yeah, that's
I'll share
shared around freely.
that's shared around freely. And then the next thing we want to talk about was liquid base. So I know we'll talk about it real fast, but I think the guys, all of us agreed, guys, that right now it's a bear market. We want to make things as the best services possible for you all. We're offering liquid base at 3.5% for liquidation right now. We're actually losing money doing this, but we're offering everybody inside the room the option to liquidate their crypto into gold, silver, fiat with liquid base at 3.5%. This is very close to Coinbase at the moment. And unlike Coinbase, we won't be sending you a 1099 at the end of the year. So just so
that's
you guys
the thing.
know,
The services at Liquid Base the selling point of liquid base is the privacy with which you liquidate, and so that comes at a small premium, and we're giving up that small premium as a special favor. By the way, this is Frank. I just jumped in. I was late. Sorry, guys. We're giving up that small premium as a thank you to anybody who's in the Watch Us trade room. So if you're a current member, you just go to liquidbase.io and get started. And we encourage you to fill out the paperwork when you're ready, or within a reasonable time period of when you're ready to liquidate. And just let us know during the process you're a member, and we'll make sure that you get that special deal. So
yeah, and just one more thing, guys. So Coinbase, really interesting fact right now. Coinbase is actually releasing 1099 forms for even amounts less than 20,000. Now I don't know what the minimum amount is, but one of my friends, she liquidated $11,000 in 2018, and she got hit by 1099. So
dude, it's going to be 3,000. It's going to be $3,000. That's what they're aiming for, from what I hear in the background.
Yeah, so the previous notion that 20K under at Coinbase was safe,
yeah, it's BS.
Not.
It's BS. We knew that going in. We knew that.
Yeah,
and this is why we created Liquid Base.
Exactly.
We warned you, people. We warned you.
Yeah, which is why you got Liquid Base, right? So just so you know, guys, you're a member in the room, right? You're gonna get that 3.5% fee.
And if not, stop liquidating cryptos through through Coinbase. Like, and this is, and V, correct me if I'm wrong, man, but I mean, at the point where you take crypto profits into cash, I don't know that there's anything special we can do for you. But those of you who are getting 1099s and you did not take profit cash into your personal possession, you need the 1099 Buster, which is a special letter prepared by Ace of Coins, John, Mr. X himself. So for that, go to remaincalm.net. We're selling that right now. It's actually really cheap.
Wait. So, what is it? I'm sorry, Frank. Repeat what you said.
This is, I don't know if you guys are even aware of this. This is something Mr. X came up with called the 1099 Buster. What's happening is, and V, please, man, fill in the blanks for me, because this stuff always gets so convoluted. But they're sending out 1099s. For example, a good friend of mine got one, and he didn't profit in terms of taking profit on anything. He just had cash in there. He bought some cryptos. He moved some cryptos out of there, stuff like that. And from what I understand, they're sending documents in some cases where they're just showing the transactions, and it's a tax document. It's like, BS, man. It's BS. Yeah. So to deal with that, we have a thing called the RF request for determination letter. Yep. And we call it for short the 1099 Buster, because it's easier to sell that. So and it's a document prepared. It's sent specifically, is it the Secretary of State or the IRS? I forget exactly who, but we're not doing it. We're just helping Mr. X promote it. So don't take my ignorance as a bad sign, because he's the one doing the work.
Jump in here before the ever scene goes about talking about God knows what. Let me just jump in there real quick. No, here's the deal. There's no law on anywhere, no statute anywhere saying that you're going to get taxed for. I mean, there's no law for trading crypto for crypto. And when you're in a trading room and you trade yourself or whatnot, and you're getting all these crypto gains, if you're swapping for, let's just say, from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash to ETH or whatever, there's no tax for that. There's no tax liability for trading cryptocurrencies to other cryptocurrencies. Mm-hmm. But the thing is this: many people are under the impression, and they can be tricked. And again, this is something that X has gone through the entire laws, the subsections, and he even quotes it the whole 9 yards. They are tricked, or they're under the impression, or under the implied impression that they have to report a taxable return of income on this. Well, the problem is this. Well, number one, when you're on these exchanges, a lot of times, you don't have the keys for that. Number one. Yeah. Number two, when you're on these exchanges as well, it's you're trading. You're not going into fiat. Mm-hmm. So there's no, you can't tax me if I'm going to Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash or Ether or Tron or Zcash or whatever, right? Yep. You can't tax me on that. Now, if I take profit, that's one thing, okay? And that's where this 1099K Buster comes in. It really helps. And the blockchain trust is what you need. If you've actually taken profit, you want that blockchain trust, because that helps you. You know, I mean, there's no law imposing any tax on cryptocurrencies. You should not be collecting all your exchange information, then evaluating their worth in dollars, and then reporting that to the IRS. If you're going to retain your principal and get the full and intended benefits of using cryptographic currency, you need to learn a couple of basics. And the best way to do it is you avoid that is with the blockchain tax immunity trust, which is available right now on remaincom.net and the 1099K Buster.
Yeah, they kind of go hand in hand. The 1099K Buster is what you need if you were set up wrong in trading to begin with. Okay, the blockchain trust is what you use this year so that you're not in this trouble next year. If you're going to be trading, you really should do it. You should have it set up under an LLC with a trust inside the LLC. So that's what the blockchain trust is. Both of those things are remaincom.net and really easy to get going on. So check it out.
Yeah.
With that out of the way, Z Cowboy, continue, because
yeah. So of course, make sure you check this out, guys. Consult your tax, licensed professional, all that good stuff, right? Before we go any further, I know Cowboy's been itching for me to say that, or he's been saying it. He's been itching to say it.
Mouthing it over here. We do not.
Yeah. Cowboy's like,
Here's the thing about it, like when it comes to like doing your taxes, you don't have to be an attorney to do your taxes. Now, a lot of people hire attorneys to understand the law. You don't have to be a CPA to do your taxes. A lot of people hire CPAs to understand the law. So, when you're out there doing your own research, then you're doing your own research, and when you have an LLC with a trust inside, that's actually built on the frameworks of the laws that do exist. So if there are any questions about that and how it works, of course, there are attorneys who can look at that for you. I paid an attorney a couple $100 for an intake on crypto taxes earlier, and all I could hear from him and a couple others that I didn't have to pay were, well, we don't really know what the laws are. There haven't been any challenges. And there aren't really that many laws, and there's no way to know if you're going to get taxed or not until the time comes. So it's kind of one of those things where, even the attorneys are telling me they don't know because it's uncharted waters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things where, well, I mean, everybody's scaring you into doing this and scaring you into doing that. But the reality is that, understanding the laws that do exist is where the key part comes in. So, and that's all, and again, consulting a licensed professional is a really great idea if you want actual tax advice.
Yep. Okay. So, anyways, guys, we'll talk real fast about BTC right now, right? I'm just gonna go through it real fast. I'm looking at Cowboy's screen, so I'm not gonna pull up anything specifically. But what I just see, and then Cowboy, please, go in after me. But what I see right now, obviously, you're right. We saw that trail down that happened last night or this morning, whatever you want to call it, right? We saw that massive trail down happen, and as you guys can see, there is a hammer that printed. Or something that looks like a hammer. Now, normally I would be like, okay, cool. There's a little bit of a relief down. We're gonna see a relief pump up right now, and we could possibly see this continuation of this upward movement. However, right now I am not bullish on Bitcoin. I've talked to you guys about this for a while now. It fell out of the zone, the last support zone, which Cowboy has highlighted right there inside that blue box, about 30, middle 3,400 to 3,500. Actually, my box extends a little bit higher, but it fell through.
I think your box goes like kind of up to here, right?
Yeah, it goes up to there.
Yeah, no, that's legit. That's legit.
Yeah, so my box is a little bit higher than that. So about 3,450 to 3,500 zone was the last strong support zone, guys. This was below the range low already. What this tells me is that, unfortunately, the buyer volume and the seller volume the buyer volume is just not there. The seller volume has been rallying up right now. The bears are rallying up right now, and we could very well see a drop down to 3150, which is yearly lows of 2018. Now, this is a chart that I've pulled out many times before. You guys can see in the past videos. There is no surprise about this. 3150 has always been the marker. If we did indeed fall through this support, and we did fall through this support, some people were calling that a bear flag. I personally did not care for it as a bear flag. I just thought that there was just this sideways motion, and that there was no real buyer volume coming in or seller volume. And that, when Monday rolled around, we were going to see either a move up or a move down. And unfortunately, we saw that move down. Now, a few things that in the space I want to talk about before, once again, I'm going to hand it off to Cowboy to speak about. A few things happened. Tron had their BitTorrent ICO. So essentially, Tron partnered up with BitTorrent. BitTorrent is now going to be tokenized. Now, a lot of you guys know what BitTorrent is, right? We all downloaded music off of it back in the day, even me. And so Tron essentially partnered up with BitTorrent. They released they had an ICO for the token. It was a BTT token or something like that. And unfortunately, it did not. I mean, it sold out really, really fast. But unfortunately for BNB, Binance hosted it and sponsored it essentially, or partnered with it, and said it was going to be listed on the Binance exchange. You could buy it through the Binance exchange. Unfortunately, BNB tokens were not allowed to be used to purchase the BTT token. So BNB took a slap down because of that. That's the reason why for those of you that were asking why BNB dropped this morning, well, there you go. That's the reason for it, right? Because people thought that there was a utility version about that. So they could indeed buy into the token. Now, personally, for me, guys, I am not buying BTT token, and the reason for it, and BTT token or whatever the BitTorrent token might actually pump. I'm not saying it won't pump, but I'm personally not buying it. Even though it was completely sold out, I'm personally not buying it because I think that it was a crowdfunding, like last ditch effort by Tron. This gives me very similar feels to what's it called, BitConnect, and those guys raising funds. Now I'm not comparing Tron with BitConnect. Don't get me wrong, guys. Tron is indeed a project. It's a full-fledged project. It's not a Ponzi scheme like BitConnect. However, BitTorrent has existed for years now without the need of a token. Why the hell do you need a token now?
Yeah,
there's no reason for it. Like there is zero reason to tokenize BitTorrent. And that, I think, was the biggest issue with 2017, end of 2017 to beginning of 2018, when everybody wanted to ICO everything, right? There was an ICO for freaking everything. Like somebody, wanted to ICO like groceries and stuff at like Albertsons and whatnot. Like there is no reason to tokenize some of these things, there is no reason to utilize the blockchain, tokenize everything. Some things just are better not being on the blockchain or not being tokenized. And I think that I just don't have that great of feels on the BitConnect token, or not BitConnect token, BitTorrent token.
You keep doing it.
I know.
How dare you?
Sorry.
I posted an article in the room about 2 weeks ago, and basically, I think it was a former. I forget now. It's been too long, but long story short, they've done the math. There's like no way that the blockchain can handle that Tron's like infrastructure can even handle what goes on in BitTorrent. So not only is it that like it's not needed, but technically, according to that person, it's not really possible to even run BitTorrent on Tron's blockchain.
Oh, that was the previous BitTorrent dev. So yeah, so this BitTorrent dev, he was like one of the lead devs or something like that, or maybe he was an owner of BitTorrent, but he he essentially disconnected from BitTorrent before the acquisition of Tron, or happened when he actually left when Tron acquired it. Guys, Tron is really good. Justin Sun is really, really good at marketing. He comes from the school of Jack Ma. He's very well connected. Even before he got into cryptos, guys, this kid has a lot of money. He's very, very well connected, and just understand that he's a marketing guru. China in itself is a marketing guru, guys, and Justin Sun doesn't fail to market. He's clearly doing what he does best, right? And he's killing it. So in the meantime, guys, when it comes to trading, yeah, trading is cool. Tron is a good one. We've called Tron a few times now. However, long term, I personally am not going to be holding Tron. Okay, anyways, guys, just to let you guys know, I'll be posting the links to the literature that I compiled after this live stream inside the room. I just finished uploading it onto Google Drive. It took like 12 hours.
That's awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing that with all of us. You know, I think that
I keep responding to you with my mic muted, so I was actually encouraging you all along.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead,
nobody's
Cowboy.
listening to me.
Yeah, no, I kept doing it, and then I'd be like, "Oh man, that's great," and then I'd realize I was just sitting here, and then
Yeah,
like I missed my chance, you know. Go ahead, Cowboy. Sorry.
Oh no, it's I mean, so with Bitcoin, we came to a decision point last night, and it went down. I actually was in on Bitcoin, and I lost on that one. Not all trades are winners. So there was a lot of data that was kind of pointing both ways, and I saw something that I thought we would see a short-term run. I didn't think that we would see like the big gain. I don't think we're due for that for a while. But I did see something happen. Stop loss took me out, and I think we're going to continue down. In fact, if you look at the chart right now, it fell below this support. Mine was a little thinner, but the way Z had it is actually pretty legit. If you bust out, say, VPVR, you can see where a lot of volume is, and that'll be useful as we talk about what I think will happen. In short, yeah, looking at that fall to 3150, that's what shoot. I mean, I think we've both been calling that for a while.
Yeah, you see the VPVR right there, guys. Right, this is something that Cowboys talked about a few times, and you know we've, you know, I think one of the segments on Thursday, you guys do the visual Thursdays or something like that, right? You can see where the volume is at, right? So the VPVR calls for that essentially that support at 3,500, 3,550 area, and that has been the support that I've been highlighting constantly. And telling everybody, hey, look, you know, if we fall out of this, you know, yearly lows.
Yeah, it was actually, it was kind of trying to hammer up and beat out around this 35.75 area. And even this is when I actually I had a sell stop or a buy stop set right here in case it actually broke free of this, because I thought it would at least go to like say 37, 3,800 and get rejected up here, and I could take some profit. And it just got hammered down. It didn't make it that far, and it happened in my sleep. So I think I got in at like, I don't know, 35.80, something like that, and then it went all the way up to say this 36.60. And by the time I was awake, it was like back down to, you know, not far above my entry. So it ended up actually, you know, kind of going down. But again, I think, you know, there was a possibility that it could go up, but ultimately it did not. And it tried to break free of this zone again, and it just, the buyers weren't there for it. So we are seeing at this cluster down here with this VPVR, where you see a lot of transactions that happen back in this block. So people can understand how this works. Like, there's essentially a lot of transaction between here and there. And so that corresponds with this bit of volume right here, which is concentrated actually kind of in this, right? So if you really narrow it down, we are at this spot, and I'll extend this out.
Yep.
That's where we are now.
Guys, real quick, we have about 2 minutes left.
Oh, sure. Well, anyway, I just don't think the buyers are there for it. I think we've already tried to break free twice, and it's just heading down to 3150. Once it hits 3150, there might be like a dead cat bounce, but we're going to see what happens there, and that will be seen in the room over at, what is it, watchustrade.live now? Is that what our
No.
Watchustrade.io.
It's watchustrade.io.
Yeah,
or you can do WT.live.
Yeah, when you say what, it doesn't, you know, no one knows how to spell what.
Oh, okay.
So watchustrade.io.
Link is in the description, guys. And last thing I want to talk about real fast is the Ethereum upgrade on February 27th. I am bullish on that, guys. You know, this is going to make things a lot faster. Now, of course, the miners won't like it, right? They still haven't really finited the ratio that makes them happy. But regardless, though, I am bullish on that. That should help the entire chain. Ethereum, you know, it's not going anywhere. And the only thing that's a little bit concerning, though, is I went to a meetup with Cowboy last week on Thursday. You guys saw I went live for a bit, and you know, we spoke about we talked with the owner of My Crypto. not the owner, sorry, the CMO.
I thought you own your own crypto. What do you mean, my crypto?
No, this website called My Crypto, guys. It's essentially a split off of My Ether wallet. Essentially, it's like a couple of developers from My Ether wallet decided to create My Crypto. It kind of split off, so they're kind of interconnected in a certain way. But anyways, My Crypto has stated that they have not really develop the infrastructure just yet for this Ethereum upgrade. So that's the only thing that's a little bit concerning. Maybe it's a lot easier than I think it is, but that's just something to think about.
Just to temper the bulls.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, I guess we're done right here.
Done.
Cowboy and I can go live on the other channel, guys.
Absolutely. Guys, head over to Crypto Netco to the continuation of this, and for the rest of y'all, go over to the Watchers Trade Room, watcherstrade.io. Join and make it happen for yourself. $7 for 7 days. 7 for 7, baby. Still running that special. It's been awesome. It's been overwhelming. Rest of y'all, subscribe, like, share, comment, and head over to Netco's. We're out.